an interesting headline for you this week. This is from Marketing Week. The headline, quote, overwhelmed and undervalued. Half of marketers grappling with, quote, emotional exhaustion. The story goes on. Launching on February 3rd, exclusive data from Marketing Week's 2025 Career and Salary Survey reveals a generation of marketers on the edge of burnout. Over half of the more than 3,500 marketers surveyed. I want to note that is a great sample size for a survey. That is a great sample size.
Just read my mind.
Just want to put that out there. More than 3,500 marketers surveyed have felt overwhelmed and undervalued over the past 12 months. Half of respondents have experienced emotional exhaustion during the past year, while 48.2% admit to a lack of enjoyment in work that used to engage them. A further 47.6% report feeling a detached or negative attitude, and 40.3% have experienced a sense of ineffectiveness. Key symptoms of burnout. That is a pretty grim picture there of the marketing industry and how our dear listeners who work within that industry are feeling. But I do have a little bit of a question about this, Mike.
Go for it.
Is this something that's exclusive to marketing? You look at the state of the world around, things haven't been so great societally, let's say.
Putting it lightly.
The economic picture has not been great for a while, especially here in the United States, but globally as well. There are a lot of things that kind of are dragging everyone down. I'm curious if it's only marketers who feel this way, or if this is just a, Marketing Week obviously has, wants to focus on that industry. So that makes sense. But I kind of think most professionals are feeling this way. What do you think?
Before I dive in, I just want to note that any marketing leader who is listening to those statistics, if those numbers were like 20%, 25%, we'd be dealing with an epidemic. We'd be dealing with a major problem.
Yes.
Those numbers are all in the neighborhood of 50%, if not north of that.
Yeah, I can give you the exact numbers. Marketers who felt overwhelmed, 58.1%. Undervalued, 56.1%. The half of respondents, 50.8%, have experienced emotional exhaustion during the past year. Those are pretty telling numbers.
I mean, that is dark. That is a crisis.
Yeah.
I do get your point, though. I do get your point that, why marketers are getting drenched in this rainstorm. It's like, well, isn't it raining on everybody?
Sure.
But I do kind of wonder, and this actually harkens back to one of the conversations we had in season 1 with our good friend Jay Mandel.
Shout out, Jay.
Shout out, Jay. I think there might be an extra added layer of existential concern in the marketing world. For example, if you work in finance, your job's not easy, not without its challenges, but pretty straightforward. You know what your task within your organization is, and if everything balances up at the end of the day, you know you've done a good job.
Sure.
If you're in operations and all the invoices are paid and the system efficiency went up 7% in the last year, you know what you did to do that, and you know you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
In the world of marketing, and maybe this is a focus group of one, I feel like that's so much murkier of what exactly your job is in 2026 and how you know you did a good job. You can see revenue went up, revenue went down.
Yeah.
Do you know that it was because of this campaign that led to this landing page that led to this thing? Like, I just don't think that it's as straightforward as it is in some other business functions.
Yeah.
And as Jay said last season, like, if you don't really know what you're doing and you're just updating PowerPoint slides and you're giving data that you're not even sure what your boss is going to do with it, I think that on top of all of the things that all of us are dealing with, that might just be a little bit more of a tipping point for marketers, but, that's just one man's opinion.
I can accept that. I think there may be some validity to that. Then I would ask, who's responsible for marketing feeling particularly anxious and overwhelmed and exhausted? Because I would then argue that the industry itself is to blame more than external factors. As marketers, we've abjugated so much of what was initially meant to be our role within the organization. I mean, we talked about it last week with the confidence and courage and getting away from what marketing is really supposed to be about. Do you think it's fair to say that if this is a situation that is particular to marketers, that marketers have themselves to blame for this situation. Do you think that's fair?
100% fair. 100% fair.
Yeah.
And anybody listening could be like, oh, you don't know what my boss is like, and they cut my butt, and they did all of this stuff. No, at the very end of the day, how you treat you, how you respect you, and I mean this as a team, I mean this as an individual, that is what you are going to see reflected back to you in the real world, period. Sorry, don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But like, you can't be the Eeyore in the room and always doom and gloom and like obsessing over the drama and like the CMO tenure. Listeners, did you know that CFO tenure is like 45 minutes longer than CMO tenure?
Right.
I mean,
no, I
really,
as an industry, we
45
talk about
minutes.
CMO tenure so much, and it is so true that exact thing also exists with the CFO.
Yep.
I mean, we talked about it with Bill Zengel last week.
Absolutely.
Like 100%.
Yeah, but you never hear that coming from the finance world of like, oh. So, yeah, absolutely. Are there challenges out in the world? Yes. Are things unfair? Sure. Is that going to be like, is the only thing you want a reason to roll over and feel burnt out and sorry for yourself?
Yeah.
Because there you go. You have it.
Yeah, sure.
If you want more, we got to figure something out. We got to figure something out. That's what we're here for. That's why OnScope exists, but it's us. Full stop.
Well said. I think I don't drop the mic because
no, these
they're
are
new
lovely.
and they're
These are
very
really
nice. I like them a lot, but that's now a mic drop moment again that we've had we're 3 episodes in here. We've had a couple mic drop, potential mic drop moments. So pretty interesting.
Yeah, we're cooking. Man.
Yeah.
We're cooking.